I want to show you what's in my new Bushcraft kit. I have a plethora, even a cornucopia, some might say, of Bushcraft tools that are in this kit, and I wanted to show them to you because I think it's pretty cool. Let's get into it. First up is the item that is right here inside this tool roll, and that is the Swisstech bow saw. Now this thing is pretty sweet. It comes with a, I think it's a 14-inch blade on this thing, and to assemble it, you just have to swing this little lever forward to catch the blade, and there you go. So this thing is pretty cool. It's very lightweight. I use this in backpacking, in shoulder season, in wintertime when I need to process firewood. This will cut through limbs about that big around pretty easily, pretty quickly. And I love it. It's not super expensive. You get this at Walmart. This is Swisstech brand. Folds up like that. Bingo. Boom. So this does not fit completely in the tool roll, so I have to just put it inside like that. And no big deal. I love that tool very much. Moving on to the tool roll itself. Now this is made from canvas. It's made by a company called Roaring Fire, and I am obsessed with this tool roll now. Let me show you a little bit about it. So it's got two main compartments, one on each side, and you just kind of unzip it like this, and the cover flies off, and you've got access to your tools in here, which is pretty awesome. So I'm going to start off with the backside pocket first, though, because I want to show you what's going on in there. So in here, we've got some pockets, some zippered pockets right here, 4 of them. And what's really special about it is that 2 of them have this like translucent mesh plastic covering on them, so you can see the contents inside, which is really nice to be able to tell what you have going on inside of here. And on this side there's 2 more pockets, which is pretty sweet, so a total of 4. And before we get into the contents of that, I want to go over the bag a little bit more. So on the outside of the bag you've got this really sweet carrying handle. It's not going to cut into your hands. It's really nice and thick. What's nice about it is it's got adjustable straps on it, so you can keep like just a few tools in here, or you can keep a whole bunch of tools in here, and you just loosen up these straps accordingly. And there's these little stays, these little keepers on them, so that you don't have this tail flapping around. You can just put that keeper down, and it keeps everything nice and tidy. So this is a very cool tool roll. Highly suggest you check them out if you're looking to build your own bushcraft kit like this one, or just keep your camping tools in something nice. You've got a nice shoulder strap here. Definitely check out Roaring Fire. Love their products. They also gave me this EDC little pouch here. This is really cool pouch. I'm gonna do a video on my EDC kit coming up here pretty soon. But I've got all my light, right, and slice, and my utility tools in here, my wallet, all that stuff. So this is kind of like my winter everyday carry pouch. Anyways, let's get back into it and see what I have inside of this Bushcraft kit. So in the front pocket here, I have all of the fun stuff, the slicey bits. So my main bushcraft knife that I'm carrying right now in this kit is the Swisstech Bushcraft Survival Knife. This thing is pretty awesome. It's very heavy. I think it's D2 steel. I'll put that up on the screen if I'm wrong. Good jimping, very heavy blade. I can chop with this knife. I can baton with this knife. You can do some very nice light feathering. Sharpens really well. It's got a coated blade if you're into that sort of thing. It also has a divot right here, which is handy for using as a top plate in your bow and drill setups for friction fire. But I do love this knife. It's fantastic for the price. Next up in the tool roll is this. This is my Scotch-Eyed Auger. This thing is pretty sweet for drilling holes, for making like rocket stoves or stools or ladders or stuff like that. It's a lot of fun to play around with. And then what's nice about it is it has this kind of like leather sheath, so you can hold onto the leather sheath while you're using this feature right here, which creates pegs. So you can pound pound this onto the end of a stick, and this will create a peg that fits into the hole that you drilled with the Scotch-Eyed Auger. So pretty cool. A fun tool to have in wintertime when you're just sitting around the fire making bushcraft type projects. One recent addition that I've really been enjoying is this. This is my chisel. I keep a little bit of tape on it because it is screaming sharp. It's razor sharp, but it's a flex chisel. So when you put pressure into it, the blade actually flexes and it's a gouge. So you can gouge out spoons, bowls, create nice troughs and grooves with it. I do like using this chisel a lot. I've had it for a very long time. I've had this for probably like 25 years. So love that chisel. So moving on, I have another knife in my bushcraft kit. I have several. This is the Scout Feather by Outdoor Element. I talk about this knife a lot on this channel. I do really like it. It's great for everyday tasks. It's great for starting fires because it has a ferro rod on the back side of it. This was voted best survival knife by Backpacker magazine, which is pretty cool accolade. And if you want one of these, you can look in the description below. I have a link to this, and you can use the discount code to get a little bit off of the purchase price at checkout. It has a whistle. It has the ferro rod. It has an emergency fire sharpener here. Fire sharpener? Knife sharpener. It has an emergency knife sharpener right here. And this is just an awesome blade. So that's always going to be in my bushcraft kit. Next up in this tool pouch is this. This is the OLFA Works pull saw. So this is a very fine bladed saw that just rips through wood. So anything up to about an inch and a half in diameter you can tackle with this saw. It's a pocket saw, so you can just retract the blade and put it in your pocket. And it makes very fine cuts if you need it to, which is pretty sweet. And also, it's a replaceable blade, so all you have to do is just loosen the clutch and the whole blade pops out the back. And you can buy these replacement blades from OLFA, and then you just pop it back in and tighten it down. So I've become obsessed with this little saw over the last year that I've had it and been using it, and I highly recommend OLFA Works as a brand. They are a Japanese brand. They create amazing cutting tools, and they've been in the industry for a long time. So they just recently started making bushcraft tools and camping tools, but they've been making cutting and rotary tools for a long time. So definitely check out the OLFA Works saw. Not sponsored or anything, but man, they are great. They are really great stuff. Okay, so in this pouch we have right here, this zippered pouch. I have some bank line. So I think this is number 35 bank line. This is great stuff. So if you're looking for utility rope or utility cordage to lash things together with in the field, then I highly recommend you get bank line. I love the smell of bank line. It's that tar smell. It just smells great. Anyways, this is really great cordage for lashing for utility work around the campsite. Yeah, so definitely pick up some bank line for your bushcraft kit. I always have some in there. I also have a leather strop and some compound in here so that I can touch up my knives. Put some compound on the leather, do some stropping, and bring back that edge, that durable edge that you get from a stropped knife. Really love having that with me. So that's what I have in this pocket. And then moving on to the back side of the bushcraft kit, on the other side of the tool roll, I've got in these pouches, in no particular order, I've got some extra paracord. So paracord is super useful also around camp. I like to use bank line for my ridge lines and for lashing, and paracord is really great as a survival cordage. You can pull the center filaments out of it and use them around camp as well. They're a little bit finer. It's just a great utility cord to have. And in my next pocket here, I have a replacement blade for my pull saw, which is a really great thing to have because if you're out processing a lot of wood, you know, maybe you just want to swap one of those out. Just keep that in there. I also keep some electrical tape, not typically used in bushcraft, but I find that I'm always using this to wrap things up, to repair things. So I just keep a roll of electrical tape in my bushcraft kit. Not sure why, but I'm always using it, so it's always going to live in there. And then in this over here we have this stuff is very special. So this is Fiber Light by Outdoor Element, and this is their fire kit. So what's really sweet about this is that this little fire kit comes with a flint, like a little striker here, and then this comes with this material that is incredibly flammable. So this stuff is like waxed fiber, like cellulose fiber, and it is so fun to build a fire with this stuff because it just goes up right away. You can get it damp and it will still light, which is fantastic. So check out the Fiber Light from Outdoor Element. They create this stuff, and it's really nice. And I also have in here my flint and steel. So this little flint and steel kit I made when I was a kid, and I still have it. I love it because it's kind of childish in how it looks, how it's assembled. It's not super well made, but it's held up over the years, so I guess it works. And this is a little piece of flint from Iowa and a handmade striker. So this is used for striking, creating sparks. And then I've got some char cloth in here to use to catch the sparks. And I love to have this around. It's very nostalgic for me, and it's a fun, primitive way to start a fire. So, and then also what I don't have in the main tool roll is this guy right here, and that is my Bushcraft AX1, I believe, or AX4. I can't remember exactly which model number this is, but this is like a short axe. Love this axe. This thing is so fun to carve with, because you can do some a little bit more. You can choke up on the handle and kind of de-limb branches with it, but it is it's got a beard on it here. I love bearded axes just for the way they look. And then this bevel is very extreme on here, so very nice for carving, for de-limbing. Does some splitting pretty well. It's just great for having with me in shoulder season, and definitely in wintertime when I'm processing more wood. So definitely love Bushcraft products. They make great like carving tools. So if you wanted to get into carving, or if you are already into carving and you haven't checked them out yet, definitely check them out. They make some great stuff. So I like to take that with. And not pictured here is my tomahawk. I like to bring my tomahawk with me because I like to throw my tomahawk at targets. So during the winter time, I'll take that out with me, do some throwing. Super fun. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the kit that I like to take with me when I'm doing bushcrafting, especially in the fall and winter time. It just seems like that time of year just brings it out in me, and I want to do more of these projects, like building chairs and camp tables and just carving. I love carving in the wintertime when the light gets low pretty quickly and you just need something to do. I hope you found this useful, or at least entertaining. Let me know what you keep in your bushcraft toolkit. We'll see you later.